What is up, everyone? I am back from a little vacation and I am ready for some preseason football. It seems like it's been a long, long time that we've been waiting to finally get some guys in pads hitting each other, tackling each other, and preseason football is here. Today, Thursday, already Cincinnati has been playing. And guess what? This time, they're doing something different. They're playing their starters in the preseason. So we got to see Joe Burrow. I just saw him throw a touchdown pass to Jamar Chase. That offense is humming. They're up 14-7 on the Eagles at the end of the first quarter. I was just watching that game. And I think it's pretty interesting that the Bengals are trying to do that this year because they want to get off to a hot start. Mind you, I'm just going to say they need to worry about their defense. And Burrow and Chase, we know what those guys are, and they're going to be great. And maybe there's something to that, considering last year, their first game, they lost to the Patriots and didn't put up a ton of points. So maybe this does help them. But ultimately, if they want to get off to a better start, they need their defense to play well. I think their offense is going to be probably the best offense in the whole league. And they showed that just in the first quarter already. They are ready to go. But how is that defense going to be? That's my question with them. But anywho, today we are going to talk about the top 5 players to watch in this preseason week 1. And I don't really particularly have an order for these guys, but we're just going to go in the order in which their games are going to be played. So again, today is August 7th. So tomorrow, Friday, we begin with the first player that's playing that I want to take a good look at is Drake Maye. So Drake Maye and the Patriots have been practicing against the Washington Commanders this week. Jaden Daniels already been reported he is not going to play. He's not going to dress for this game, which is to be expected. He had a phenomenal rookie season. The NFC Championship game is about as good as you can ask for from a rookie quarterback, and the way he managed to do that last year. But with Drake Maye played great football last year. It just happened to be that he was on a crappy Patriots team. Now they got Mike Vrabel in there. Now they got him with some offensive line help. Will Campbell is the left tackle that they drafted, and people nitpick that he has shorter arms. But if he can kind of hold that O-line together for Drake Maye, I think Drake Maye has a chance to have a super great season with the Patriots. The Patriots, I think, are going to be one of the most, if not the most improved team this year. And a lot of that is because I'm counting on Drake Maye to take that next step. I think Vrabel's going to win Coach of the Year because I think they're going to be way better in the win column as well. And again, all of that really depends and lies on the shoulder of Drake Maye. Because if he takes another step forward, then this Patriots team is kind of going to be put on the map. And at that point, now you're talking going into next offseason about possibly starting to add some pieces to try to contend for, be contenders essentially. So I would really want to watch Drake Maye. Again, I don't think he's going to play much, but Vrabel did say that everyone who is healthy should expect to dress. So maybe we get a series out of him, maybe 2 series if it's just a quick 3 and out in the beginning or something. And he's playing against a team that they've been practicing against. So, I do think he gets a little bit of work in there. And I just want to see. I want to see him. If he looks sharp, I'm telling you, the Patriots could be a team to start fearing really soon. All right, the next guy I'm talking about, got to go with my guys, J.J. McCarthy. So we are now on to Saturday's matchups, August 9th. McCarthy and the Vikings will host the Houston Texans. Now, McCarthy is going to start, so he's going to play. I expect him to play. Same thing about a series, maybe 2, or maybe it's the whole first quarter. I'm not really sure what McConnell's plan is, but I do think that Kevin O'Connell's plan is. But I do think that McCarthy's going to get some good amount of work, enough at least for the coaches to kind of evaluate him going up against a different defense in camp. I've been following it very closely, obviously with it being the Vikings. He's had some ups and some downs, but he is also going against possibly a top 3 defense in the league this year. So now, the Texans are going to be a great defense too, but obviously I don't think all of their starters are playing. So just something different and to see how he handles that. So I really can't wait to watch J.J. McCarthy. He's not going to have Justin Jefferson. Jalen Naylor, who's wide receiver 3, he's kind of banged up this week, so I don't expect him to dress. Jordan Addison's going to be suspended the first 3 games of the season, so I do expect him to see some work alongside with McCarthy. But really in the receiver room, aside from Addison, he's got some unprovens out there. So we'll see what he does with that. But if he can look sharp, if he can look good, I think that'll be huge for his confidence, the team's confidence, and obviously for them moving forward. And yeah, so we'll see. I think he's also still going to play some more preseason on top of just this game, but we'll see, because after this, the Vikings have essentially practices against other teams. So it's not just going to be a blank preseason game against someone else. All right, looking at the schedule, the next guy I'm looking at, we'll go to the next game on the schedule includes the guy that I'm kind of, this would be the least popular name as to who we're watching. And I'm just gonna go right now and say it's Joe Milton. I really want to see what he does with the Cowboys, because if Joe Milton lights it up, obviously Dak's the starter, don't get me wrong, but we all remember how Dak played in the preseason when he was a rookie, and that is essentially what boosted him into starting the chatter about, like, hey, should this guy be starting soon once Romo's done? Like, what's going on here? So obviously the Cowboys is a good problem to have if Joe Milton is a stud, but reports from camp seem to be that he is lighting it up. And if he can light it up and if he looks sharp, nothing's going to happen this season. But if he has a baller preseason and the Cowboys, which I don't expect to be all that good, don't have a great year, questions are going to start into next offseason. And really, again, if Dak stays healthy this whole season, it's going to be such a small sample size on Joe Milton, which is why I'm so intrigued. Because if he balls out in 3 preseason games, that's literally all people are going to be questioning. But if Dak doesn't have a great year, and let's say, the Cowboys just don't win a lot of games, now they're going to say, hey, you have George Pickens now and CeeDee Lamb, and it's not working. What's happening? What are we doing here? And you know how Dallas is. So I have my eye on Joe Milton. The game after that I want to see is the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Jacksonville Jaguars, because I want to see Travis Hunter. So this guy is going to be unlike any other player in the league. He's going to play offense and defense. So they play also on Saturday. I'm very excited to see what he does and see how he does. Like, is he better offensively, better defensively? Does he hold his own on both? Because obviously the plan now I think they have is to play him at both sides of the ball. But I also think if in the preseason, he's playing against better competition now. This is the NFL, not college anymore. It's not Colorado anymore. So if he struggles, as a cornerback, but he still has some good plays as a receiver, they might say, okay, you know what? For the beginning of the season, just focus on being a wide receiver. We'll figure that out later. I guess it just depends on how much they weigh these preseason reps for him. So I'm interested in seeing Travis Hunter. And the last, but certainly not least, because this guy has probably been the most overlooked number 1 pick in the NFL draft, is Cam Ward. So Cam Ward, I think, has an opportunity to be a super special player, and I really want to see him. The Titans also play on Saturday. They play at Tampa Bay. And if he can kind of come out and just be steady and be solid and give that fan base some hope, I think the Titans could take a step forward. I mean, again, they had Will Levis last year. So if Cam Ward just shows some competency, I think the fan base will have something to get excited about. And I think it could boost him to having a great rookie season. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. Those are the 5 guys I'm going to be watching, and hopefully you are too. And I'll check back in as the weekend rolls along and talk about more of the headlines going on in the world of sports.